Welcome to the Halftime Mike Podcast, presented by basketball fan and Hoosier native Mike Gingerich, where practical, no-nonsense resourcing on social media, business marketing, and life is presented. Because the adjustments made at halftime help you win the game in the second half.
Hey, this is Mike. I want to welcome you to another episode of the Halftime Mike Podcast. You know, every week we want to dive into topics that can help you succeed online, digital, and social media. This week I am flying solo, and I want to dive into what's changed on Facebook as we start 2015 and get going. Facebook is ever evolving, ever changing. You have to keep up with it, and Facebook has made some changes as they've launched in January 2015. They've launched some of these changes. You need to be aware of them, but it's also just a good chance to take a look at your Facebook strategy and what's happening there, what has changed, and what you need to do. So we're going to dive into that, give you some practical tips, hopefully make sure you're aware of what's working, what's not, and keep you going forward. All right, so what has changed? In the beginning of January, Facebook rolled out a couple of things that it's important to know. They're trying to cut down on what they call spam online. And you know that people are all complaining about Facebook reach going down. And reach, in basic terms, is the amount of Facebook users that see a post a page publishes. And they made a number of tweaks. Now they're trying to do this to give people quality content. Every user has the potential to see like 1,500 posts, and within that, what are the ones that they should see? So, a average user, that's 1,500 a day, an individual Facebook user could see. What are the posts that they should see? Facebook's trying to take a look at their signals, their cues. What have they liked in the past? What have they commented on? And that's driving some of their algorithm of what they show them. Now, again, even competition is increasing, so there's more pages, there's more profiles. Facebook continues to grow, so you have more friends, so that's more potential posts that could be in your newsfeed. So there's, kind of a battle going on. Facebook's trying to give them relevant results, but as users continue to expand their time on Facebook, there's more potential things that they could see in their newsfeed. So with pages weaving in there, Facebook's making some changes, trying to help individuals have a good experience on Facebook, and so they're trying to cut down on some things such as spam. So Facebook made an announcement at the beginning of January that they want to cut down on posts that are too sell. So posts that solely push people to buy a product or install an app. So it's just like a direct, click here, buy here. These type of posts Facebook is cutting down because people didn't tend to like them. They didn't want to, remember, it's a social network. People want to have a social element first, not just be told to buy something. The second thing is posts that push people to enter promotions and sweepstakes with no real context, so something that is just out in left field. Only 15 minutes left to get your bunny bucks for 53% off. Sale ends soon. Click here, kind of thing. Those types of pieces where even that people are running ads on, and then a third thing is low quality posts. So things that are inviting someone to like something, comment here, for this. There's some backlash on those types of posts. Those are trying to game the system. Facebook is trying to get quality content, quality items out there. So they've announced that they're cutting down on pages. Pages that do this are going to have less exposure. So what does that mean? I mean, it's still to be seen. Still early on. Facebook's trying to evaluate those types of things. It's not necessarily black and white, cut and dried. There's some gray areas. We have to see how Facebook monitors that. But, they go on to say, and I'm going to have a link to their business news update to Facebook newsfeed where you can read what they say. But they say, they want to penalize those who are overtly trying to spam and sell directly, things that have had a negative, been marked as negative posts by lots of people in the past. And they want to help quality posts, and they want to help businesses. So it's not an attack on pages. They try desperately to go into some details about what they're trying to do. They go into what they're doing for restaurants, for example, where they're allowing them to customize pages based on the industry, like restaurants, and they have menu sections for restaurants now that they've started to roll out. So they're trying to work at methods that can help a business, but you really need to offer good quality content, and so what does that mean? Does it mean you can't put anything, funny? No, it means you can. I was just on the Police Department of Philadelphia's Facebook page, Philadelphia Police Department, okay? And, a lot of their posts are, help us find this, where it's something, a crime, a picture from a TV camera that caught somebody, robbing a place or something like that. Well, what you might expect, but they also are able to blend in some humor. They had a great humorous post that was a picture and some text that talked about, it was playing on a coming snowstorm and weather-related thing. And, it said, something about, are you in the zone? And it had some words in that, and it was funny. It was nice. And it showed some personality for the police department of Philadelphia. And it got loads of likes, loads of comments, loads of shares. People were sharing this image because it was a great image. And that works, see, because it's just for attraction and engagement, which is part of my funnel that I always talk about, the digital marketing funnel, where the top of the funnel is attraction. You're just trying to attract more people. You're trying to get them. Second thing is to engage. Then you have lead capture, and fourth is nurture, fifth convert, fifth, sixth measure. But at that engage level, that was just a fun post that was entertaining, but it's still related to an item that was connected to the Philadelphia Police Department. If there's bad weather, that impacts them. And they are a public service, so they're informing the public about, what can happen, how they're going to handle it. So that was a great, connected, fun post. So it takes creativity, folks. We got to get outside the box, and it's so simple to say, I sell widget XYZ. You want to buy it? But that's not working. That's not working. That doesn't work when you go door to door very well. That does not work when you just try to shove it out there on Facebook. And people are saying that, and Facebook is saying that. So that's a big change that's happening on Facebook, and I'll link to those changes. So what can you do? What can you do to move forward? I mean, they already banned the light gate, but again, that was kind of a gaming mechanism. It used to work, but then little businesses got into this cheap thing that, like this to get this, and that was it. It wasn't a great integrated online marketing method because it did not, how are you going to identify that person? And they liked the page. I mean, you could run a ad to fans on your page, but it's so much better to have that become a known entity by getting their name and email address. So a lead capture that is, fill this out, enter here, and get this as the incentive where it's a name and email address. So I'm okay with Facebook eliminating that light gate as they did in November of 2014 as well. So what do you need to do? What do you need to do? I am recommending you move from a singular focus on Facebook marketing to what I call integrated online marketing. Okay, integrated online marketing, and how it works is is like this. Let's break it down. Now, guys like Dennis Yu, Alex Hogue of Portage talk about it this way. They call it a 3-campaign system, and it all starts with great content. Content is the foundation, but those 3 pillars are: the top of their funnel is to build an audience, the middle of their funnel is engagement, and the bottom of the funnel is conversion. So what I want you to do as you think about your Facebook marketing in 2015 is I want you to think first about your website and your content. Your content's largely going to be driven from your website because that's what's going to be posted, on your blog, your resource center. Content also can be videos. I understand that. Content can be images. But let's talk about your website, your blog being your home base, and you want to create, it just cannot hurt you. You think about all these pieces together. It cannot hurt you to create good content, resourceful content. These are articles and posts that answer questions, offer resources, okay? And by doing that, it's not specifically about your product, but it can be like, these are, 5 ways that you can get the most benefit out of product XYZ. So that's different. That's benefits. That's helping them understand how they could use it and the return they would get for doing that. But resource-rich content. That's why I write on social media and digital marketing. And I don't just talk about tab site. I don't just talk about Digital Hills web design. This is what we can do, okay? I talk about right here what you need to do to succeed online. So it's a resource, great quality content that is a resource no matter what your industry is. Then you amplify that to social media. You can share that on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. Again, so now we're talking about your integrated strategy. We are getting it to Facebook. So if you produce good content, you have something to share on Facebook, all right? Then you take a look at, you watch that content. And I'm recommending that you amplify with Facebook ads your top content, okay? So if you have a great piece of content and you share it out there, it's a new blog post, and it's got a little traction, it's got some likes, it's got a few comments, it's taken off a little bit, I'm recommending that you can run an ad on that to your to a target demographic. And there's ways you can do that. You can test it by running it to your fans. You can do something like retargeting, where if you installed the Facebook pixel on your website, then we can retarget to visitors to your website on Facebook. That's a great audience to reach, and we can then even run a lookalike audience ad that is the audience that looks like your web visitors who are on Facebook. Let's do a duplicate, a twin demographic model of those, and reach them with an ad, because they're like those who visit your website. They're going to be likely interested in your items. So you amplify that, and you get people interacting with it. These are not just all lead capture posts. They're definitely not all sell posts. These are resource-rich posts. You have to think about how you can offer help. Jay Baer says, offer help, not hype. Okay? And you want his book on that. It's called Utility. Great book. I highly recommend it to you. So, as you think about your Facebook marketing 2015, I want you to back up and think about how you're producing your content. Your blog posts, your videos, and again, videos don't have to be high production affairs. Okay, videos are getting good traction on Facebook. That's a Facebook trend in 2015 as well, is videos. But here's how you can do it. I'm writing a blog post. I'm posting a blog post. And then I go and create a simple video with my iPhone, and I record myself talking about, hey, in this post, I dive into these areas, you're going to learn this, and I think it's going to help you in this way. At the end of this video, click on the Learn More link to go and see the whole post. Boom, that was it. I load that video to Facebook, because Facebook's video gives me now opportunities to put a call to action in my video that I've loaded to Facebook. So when you load the video, you can click on this call to action. Mine I often use is just called Learn More. So that's what the button's going to say. It's going to say Learn More. And then I can put in the URL that I want them to go to when they click on that Learn More. And that appears at the end of my video. So I've just given a little trailer, so to speak, a precursor of what the post is about. I post that on Facebook. It plays in the news feed. People can get to the end of the video. If it's short and sweet, they click on that. Now they go to my blog post. So I've brought them over, and that's where I'm amplifying. I'm engaging with them there. So then I want to continue to think about all of my content. I want to have resource-rich content. I want to have some content that is lead capture oriented as well, that drives them to some type of incentive. I want to give them something in exchange for their name and email address, so that I can then nurture them with email marketing. So again, in my 2015 Facebook strategy, I'm identifying content on my website as important. I'm identifying short videos as important, videos that I'm going to upload to Facebook. I can also upload them to YouTube, but did you know that just here at the beginning of 2015, Facebook has overtaken YouTube in terms of the number of videos uploaded to it on a daily basis. Yes, indeed. Facebook video is here to stay. People like it. They are engaging with them. That's why you see a lot more videos in the news feed. You as a business need to find a way to get into it. It doesn't have to be high production affairs. It makes a difference. Now I'm talking to you in your Facebook marketing about email lead capture and email nurture. I use a MailChimp. I'm a great MailChimp guy. We also use Infusionsoft in our business. So we capture those with an incentive, an ebook. If you're, B2B, maybe it's the opportunity to view a webinar, view a video, view an industry report. If you're B2C, maybe it's a coupon, a discount code, something like that. And you have to think through what's going to be relevant there. Then you get them on your list, and then you follow up with some emails that also offer more value, more resources. So does it sound funny for me to say that our Facebook marketing strategy in 2015 involves content on our website, involves videos, involves lead capture, involves email marketing? All right. That's what I'm talking about with integrated marketing approach. And then when I have a lead capture out there or an email nurture, I can run some Facebook ads to those. I am actively using ads in different areas as part of my funnel. Again, whether it's in the attraction phase to reach more of my ideal target, whether it's to amplify engagement on some posts that are doing well, or I want to have some interaction on, and then I'm using the bulk of my budget on Facebook ads per month on driving them to lead capture so that I can grow my email list, so that I can then in turn nurture that with email marketing. And I'm measuring those pieces, just taking a look at what's happening with those. So that's going to be a key as you go forward in 2015. I'm going to have some notes here and point you to another post where I talk about how the Facebook video piece works. You can see the call to action live there. I'm going to show you an example video of mine and how you pull all these things together. So the conclusion is Facebook marketing dead? No way. Is it evolving? Yes. And I don't want you to think in terms of just a Facebook marketing strategy any longer. That's a silo. I want to break down the silos. We need to think integrating, because your success on Facebook will be best if it's integrated with content that you're producing on your website, with some videos, sharing that on social media, cross-channel, pollinating that content. So maybe you want to share some of your Facebook posts on Twitter. You want to interact with things and comment on a Pinterest board and drive that back to Facebook. So some cross-pollination. Ultimately, using some lead capture that's probably going to be hosted on your website. You can do that through our TapSite apps. You can embed on the web pages. And then you want to move that into email automation, where you can hook in your MailChimp, your Infusionsoft, whatever that is, so that you can then give people in that series of emails, get them on your list, nurture that further so that they're resourced, okay? People are hungry for valuable resources in areas of their interest, and that builds your credibility, okay? Your street cred with them, your brand cred, so that when they're ready to purchase, you are top of mind. And by doing that, you can have more success in 2015 on Facebook. All right? So that's it for now. On a personal side, got lots of things going on here. You knew that I became president of Digital Hill back in October of last year, so we're working with some web things, and I'm still trying to sort out, how do I keep everything going that I want to do. There's only so much time in a day, so I'm learning about delegation. I might be talking about that in an upcoming episode. I'm also going to be talking about, are you guys staying fit? I'm trying to stay fit. I've got into an exercise routine. I got to do it efficiently because I don't have a lot of time. So I'm gonna give you a post about that, how I do that, and even how I do that, while on the go, while traveling. Found some good tools, mechanisms. I hope that's of value because you gotta have life and balance, right? So that's just a little snippet. That's gonna be all for today. This was Mike signing out from the Halftime Mike podcast. come on over to halftimemike.com. You can catch all my latest podcast episodes there. Always appreciate your reviews. If you can get over to iTunes and leave me a review there, that'd be much appreciated. So with that, have a good one. We'll talk to you next week. Take care.
Thanks for listening to the Halftime Mike podcast with Mike Gingerich. Remember, what you do in the second half can change the outcome of the game. Does your business need resourcing, tools, and social media consulting? Then visit MikeGingerich.com. Want to have Mike speak at your next event? Visit MikeGingerich.com/speaking. Join us again for another episode of Halftime Mike, your no-nonsense guide to victory on the court of life.